What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color playing as Hades. His name is HellsRavage. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Odin. His name is Yoshii. Yoshii the Great, Yoshii the Wise, Yoshii the stealing my build order. Yes. You know how Yoshii is one of the best players playing right now? It's because he actually values build orders. There's some players out there who are amazing Age of Mythology players, don't get me wrong. Not to name anyone in particular, Joe. But there are players out there still playing with 2008 build orders under the guise of, I don't use build orders. And it's like every single game they play the same. So they clearly use a build order. So we'll see how this game's going to go, but Yoshii is literally doing one of the best build orders for Norse. It allows you to get 18 fish, it allows you to get 3 or 4 docks, and allows you to get a 5:15 advance time on Midgard. It's fantastic. Let's take a look over here at what Hells is doing. Hells grabbing his wood right now. He's on the berries over here. This is a very standard Greek build order as well. You go up to about 7 villagers on wood, and you throw a villager over and build a dock. And then you get more villagers on wood, and you too can get an 18 fishing ship, 5:15 advance time. So it's simply put, these are, well, I don't know if this is if Hells is going to go completely this way. There is an old Greek build order where you just stop at 7 villagers on wood, which is not as good as the 10 villagers on wood because you don't get full 18 villagers on, or you don't get full 18 fishing ships, so you're in a worse off position. But we'll see what's going to happen here for Hells going forward if he actually does know the modern Greek build order. I mean, the modern Greek builder I think most players are using, but we'll see how it's going to go. And if we move back over to Yoshii here, let's see how he's going, throwing up that second dock already on another fishing spot over here. This is fine. I don't mind this, but I think it's actually better to put this dock on a spot over here and then work your way back. But it's much of a much. It's still going to be completely fine. It's just leave yourself open to a couple of cheesy strategies. There's another house going to come down absolutely perfectly. And we see more dwarves coming over onto the wood. I do recommend four dwarves on gold, but this is also completely fine, can completely work as well. As we'll see how it's all going to go as Hells now. Yeah, Hells is doing the 7 villagers on wood. So this is the old build. This it's just not as good. He's going to throw the temple down. He's not going to have as many fishing ships, and he's going to be slightly behind the 8 ball here. I mean, 8 villagers maybe is enough. Maybe I'm wrong and you don't need 10, but 10 seems to be the one that most players who are playing modern Greek go for. And that's enough build order talk for one day. As we'll see how it's all going to go. We do see the temple coming up here for Hells. And Yoshii going to be spamming out fishing ships here, getting everything done as fast as he can. And we'll see how he's going to go in this next age. As effectively here, Yoshii is going to be wanting to get himself 4 docks, one over here and one over here as well. So he might need to get himself an Ulfsark here, which is something you can grab just before you advance here, as the Ulfsark is going to get trained up. He will need one more villager as well after this. So it's going to be a slightly slower advance time, maybe like a 420. Not really that, sorry, 520, not really that big of a deal. As we do see Yoshii here pulling his villagers away. Probably wants to get a dwarf here if he can. But maybe just not even getting a villager out is also a way to go. As the fishing ships can get garrisoned into dump into the dock here and be completely fine. If we take a look over at Hells' perspective, he is going through Athena. He's got himself 12 fishing ship out. So he's significantly behind Yoshii, who's already at 18. Just to drive the nail home on what is actually good and what's not. Anyways, we'll see what Hells is going to be going for here. Now, generally speaking, Greek has a slight advantage on the water on maps like Mediterranean, but on maps like Midgard and Anatolia, where you don't necessarily need to win water. Well, you don't need to win water, but it's hard to lose water. It's if you just defend, you can just defend. Then what Norse, Egyptian, and even Atlantean can do to some degree, they can just sit back underneath their docks and then allow your opponent to walk in, and you just defend, and you can be completely fine here. And one of the big advantages of Odin on Midgard over a lot of the other civilizations is that the Ravens can scout out your opponent's strategy early. And what you do, and the best way to do this, is you just scout out the wood situation, and you see what the buildings are doing, and then you can just say, well, I know what you're doing, and you can defend. So we see military academy, archery range coming down here, as Yoshii spots that with his Raven. You can drop a forest fire over here as well if he so chooses. But he knows what's coming for him, and Yoshii is going to be able to react accordingly here as walls coming up on this location here very fast. He will be spamming out some Ulfsarks on this location. The double docks are up, and he will be reacting here very quickly. There is a gold mine down on this location as well, so it's going to be very tough for Hells to get a complete gold staff here, as the Hearthstone is going to be moving across the map. Is there a relic here worth grabbing? The Eye of Horus is on the map. Yoshii sees it, but he isn't going for it here just yet. Going to be turning around, distracting these units as much as you can. Double longhouse coming out. Look at the building positioning here for Yoshii. This is exactly what you want to do. Houses close to your town center, not around your towers, and you just wall segment your towers. Though I would pause the game and request Yoshii to delete this wall here if I was in this game, to be honest. But longhouses coming down. We'll see how things are going to go. As Yoshi's going to start building some units, getting himself throwing axe and getting himself raiding cavalry and everything else here. Generally speaking, I think the first couple of units that pop out of these longhouses should be Ulfsarks in this matchup, or in this situation, I should say, because that allows you to throw the buildings down a little bit faster, and then you can get your raiding cavalry out and defend a little harder. Also, watchtowers here wouldn't go astray, but the Toxotes are going to be able to snipe villages from afar here, so he might want to just move over onto this gold mine. Nonetheless, wall this up and be in a perfectly fine position. But Yoshii completely fine here as well. Hells on the other hand, he's got 15 fishing ship out. He's got a lot of villages out. He's throwing down an armory. I like this strat here from Hells. It's kind of a fake land rush into a heroic age, or a semi-fast heroic, as some other people might call it. But it's very fakey. He's not actually doing anything. He should probably retreat back to his main base here, so he doesn't get caught out, because he's forcing Yoshii to spam units up to full population here. And the units are going to start popping out. We do see the dwarves getting taken down. Watchtowers is up now for Yoshii. Absolutely love this play from Hells. Super mind gamey at this point, as we do see the Pegasus flying over on this gold mine as well, keeping an eye on that. As the unit's going to swing around, we do see the army coming through here for Yoshii, trying to be a little bit of a distraction, if you will, but does scout that army moving around, as Hell's just about to be able to advance. He's cut all production here. He's got his armory up, going to be going most likely through Aphrodite here to get himself the curse and have some sort of a timing attack on these gold mines coming forward here. And we do see Aphrodite coming through. Yoshii, on the other hand, here spamming units out. The question is going to be, does Hells go for a stable here and make some prodromus moving forward to deal with those raiding cavalry on? I think that will be a decent game here. As the archery range coming through, and Yoshii here, he's got to be kicking himself, because he hasn't really scouted the army out too well. He doesn't really know how many units Hells has got, and he's not really making the best decisions based off of what is apparent here. He's getting himself a second town center here as well. This is super playing into Hells' timing attack here. We'll see how it's going to work for HellsRavage, as Aphrodite at 60% of the way in, as the Chiron here trying to take down that Valkyrie, but the unit's going after that one. As the Valkyrie going to turn around here, we see the army finding this town center going up, going to be able to deny that town center as well to boot here. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise for Yoshii, as he gets his raiding cavalry. We do see the cavalry going to be moving around the map here, attacking, looking at this location, trying to figure out what he can take out, as the army pushing through here. Aphrodite comes through now for HellsRavage. There's not really that many human units left over here, so a curse on this position probably not going to be that big of a deal. Actually, yes, it will. Definitely want to use Curse here. Taking down some villages, taking down some units here. The army coming through. There is restoration remaining on this position as well as the raiding cavalry taking down the units, or not taking down the units, getting defended over here as the Toxoid is able to deal with that as well here as the army fighting off as best as it possibly can. Toxoid is doing tons of damage. Still no restoration getting dropped down here just yet as Yoshii pumping units out as best as he can here from all of his longhouses. Another longhouse going to get dropped down over here as Yoshii realizes the mistake that he's made. He needs to figure out how to play now. He's got the Nemean Lions going to be coming in now for HellsRavage. We'll see if Hells is actually going for villages on favor. He's got one on favor, so no mass Nemean Lions at all, but the heroes definitely going to be coming through here as well as the Ursa getting sniped down there by the Toxoid. He's going to allow that Nemean Lion to get a little bit of damage done, but Yoshii does defend here in this position as the town center going to get cleaned up here a little bit or prevented. I don't think you want to actually kill the town centers. That's exactly what Hells does, leaving it at 83 HP. That's 700 resources there not being able to be spent there for Yoshii, and Yoshii needs those resources here. So we'll see if he's going to delete that at some point here. He needs a whole bunch of Hercenter out as well to deal with the Nemean Line. He's got himself a whole bunch of favor here to make Valkyries, if you will, as the town center does get picked off there as now Yoshii gets those resources back here. As the raiding cavalry swinging around onto the back, you're going to take out those Toxoids on the back there, but the restoration does get dropped in onto this position. I think if Hells, instead of going for like all these extra archery ranges, went for some more went for some stables here instead, made Prodromus and Hypaspest here, I don't actually think that he would be. I don't think that Yoshii could defend that at this point. Doesn't have to go for too many Prodromus, just a handful of Prodromus here to add into this army. But now the Nemean Lion going to swing around, hit this gold mine there. Gold mine is expired in the main base. There's a gold mine over here that he can move over onto, but Hells has got the Katoskopos on that location there. As we do see the armory getting prevented there as well, as Yoshii wants to get to the next stage himself. Doesn't quite have the resources to do so. As the village is moving up onto the top side. Let's see if Yoshii's got himself the upgrades. He does have Persine over here. Hells, on the other hand, has moved up to 19 villages on food. He's grabbing some villages on the land here as well. But he's just 2 docks. That's it. So we might start seeing some longboats coming through here for Yoshii as well as an idea. Or even go through... you could actually go through Njord here as well, get the Kraken and pick off a whole bunch of fishing ships as well. As we see Hells moving in onto this position, trying to take out these villagers on this gold mine. The village is going to be retreating back. Yoshii in a bit of a problem here as well now, as he's pushed off that gold mine. He doesn't know there's a gold mine over here at this point, as the dwarf is going to be retreating back home. We'll see how things are going to go here as Hells is going to motor forward. I imagine just go to the Mythic Age here is going to be a really, really smart move. Huge earthquake onto this location will clean up everything around that town center. Maybe if Yoshii gets himself masons or something, it probably wouldn't be that big of a problem, because you just lose the longhouses and the houses of the town center would stay alive. As we see the Pegasus floating over here, villagers returning back over onto this gold mine as Hell's sending units forward now to take this out. Another thing, Yoshii not throwing walls up either. Norse players are not building walls. What's with it? What's with it? I mean, it's not just Norse players. On Midgard and on Anatolia, we often don't see walls thrown down for whatever reason. As the ox cart does get taken down, we see Yoshii pushing in now with his units here. He's got the Thrown Axeman to come through. The Toxoid is going to be pulling back over here as Yoshii going to be searching around with his units. Hells says, "Get off that gold mine. Stop grabbing the gold mine." As look at this, Hell's now able to advance to the Mythic Age here. He's going through Artemis. This strategy is so good from HellsRavage. This is such a good strategy to use against Odin. It's so mind gaming. Yes, there's counters to this strategy, but it's so mind gaming from Hells. And it's going to do so much damage to Yoshii here. Yoshii now going to be able to advance to the Mythic Age. It's not the Mythic Age, the Heroic Age. He probably will hit the Heroic Age first, have access to a Frost Giant, so the Nemean, not the Nemean, the Chimera, not going to be that big of a deal. But Yoshii's going to be losing a lot of houses here, and he didn't get Masons, so I'm fairly sure the earthquake is just going to completely erase this main town center. Things are going to be very tough here. But look at this. Now Hells is actually in his own, he's got his own little problem. And that's, where does he get gold mines from? This forest fire here opens this gold mine up. No walls on this gold mine here for Hells. Again, both players, no walls. But, I mean, for Hells, it makes a little bit more sense that there's no walls, because he's been wanting to get to that whole Mythic Age as fast as possible. Didn't really have the resources for it, I guess. But Yoshii here, he's going to be regretting this as he's currently sitting in his main base waiting for the heroic age, pushing out of his base here ever so slightly. He's going to have to take this fight here as well. As Yoshii pulls back away from this fight, maybe coming in onto this location over here, hitting a frost onto the villagers and the army is exactly what Yoshii does. And we do see Hell's going to be retreating the villagers immediately. Nice play here. Stay away from his army as best as he can. Hits half the villagers. It's not the best. Artemis pops here. Do we see the units coming in? We see the Nemean Lion pushing in for Hells as that earthquake is going to get clicked right in the center of this location. Houses go down. Town Center goes down. Temple goes down. Longhouse goes down. Yoshii now sitting at 100 population of 30 population with 40 wood in the bank. He's got 40 wood to reproduce those houses. He's grabbing this town center on this location now as fast as he can. He's got 20 seconds while that frost is remaining here. Picking off a handful of units over here. This is incredibly tough position now for Yoshii to play in. We'll see how he's going to go. We do see a handful of units coming onto this location over here to take down the village, prevent the gold income for Hells. Hells sitting at 149 gold at the moment, looking for some raids over here, finding the throwing axemen here, throwing up those houses is absolutely massive as those throwing axemen all go down. All the houses get prevented here. Yoshii still is at 88 population now. The town center just about to come up. More houses coming down on this location. Over here as the frost does finish up there. We see the units coming through, and look at this. We still got Hell's Chimera going to be moving around the map here, searching for something to attack, unless the Frost Giant picked it off, which it may have picked off. I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. There it is. There's the Chimera picking off villages left, right, and center as Yoshii is in such a difficult position coming forward in this game. More houses coming down. He's trying to figure out a way back into this game. We see the Chimera gets one more villager kill, gets caught out there by the Frost Giant. Nice play by Yoshii, able to do that there as the villagers on this location getting picked off. We see Hell's grabbing a second town center now as he's trying to consolidate his position in this game. The units over here going to be greeted by those heavy throwing axemen, finding all the houses there. They just kind of high-five each other. As Yoshii not paying attention over here, we do see the Hersa getting targeted down. We'll see if Yoshii wants to take this fight or not. Moving forward, he's got tons of food in the bank, but no market to sell food for at this moment. As we'll see how it's all going to go. As the villagers on this location over here, Hell's going to continue to raid with a handful of units on multiple different locations over here. Hell's doing everything he needs to do. Villagers finish up this town center. He's on 2 town centers now. Still plenty of fish coming in. Both players just completely ignoring the fact that they've got fish in this game here. Yoshii might be able to build like some hammer ships or something here to get some raids onto the food economy of Hells to hit him just a little bit as the villagers come over here checking out the location here to see what he can find. And he does find a gold mine on this location over here as the villagers come over here, going to find this gold mine here as they're going to be shanking down the ox cart, being very, very annoying. Nice play there by Hells. Exactly what you want to be doing. As Hell's spending all his resources right now, checking out the town center. He sees the Frost Giant sitting low, alone here for the moment as the throwing axemen moving around the map here. Yoshii sitting 87 of 95 population. He's got 2 longhouses remaining over here as the villagers turn around, shanking down each other. The heavy pacifist plus the Toxoid is coming in onto this location to start taking down the villagers over here. We do see villagers coming out of this town center onto the gold mine on that location. As longhouses getting produced over here. We see the storehouse getting taken down as well here as the villagers pulling off ever so slightly, doing as best as they can. And Yoshii in a very, very difficult position. I'm not sure what Yoshii can do now. He's trying to find a gold mine to keep himself alive. He's trying to reset the game here. He's rebuilt some buildings over here and get a whole bunch of Frost Giants out. Hells, on the other hand, his economy is equally in problem town, but he's got himself the extra town center over here. He can come back over onto this gold mine on this location. The villagers all getting taken out, and these throwing axemen pulling back as best as they possibly can here. But Yeah, Hells is just needs to consolidate. In all honesty, he's got no resources is the problem, I guess. Does he have himself Persine? He does Persine, but no salt amphora here. Neither does Yoshii. I mean, Yoshii doesn't really need it because he's got plenty of food at the moment, but it is such a good upgrade. It makes sure fishing ships grab food so much faster here. As some Valkyries coming through for Yoshii to try and help him out. He's got all the food in the world to produce Valkyries, and they are going to be a big assistance in this game. As the map now kind of getting split down the middle, more Valkyries coming in, picking off villagers over here. As Hells still can't grab gold in this game. He's going to be getting himself a Perseus though to deal with those Valkyrie. That's a big gold investment there though. So we'll see how it's going to go. As Yoshii he's still not out of this game. Yoshii might. Funnily enough, Yoshii might be able to get Mythic Age here. Look at this. He's got the resources to go there. He doesn't have a market, though. Is he throwing a market down somewhere? I don't see a market getting put anywhere on the map just yet. It's the army coming through here, sniping down all of these, throwing axemen for the time being. Units coming up onto the top side of the map, looking for some villagers to kill. There is an Achilles already over here as Yoshii pulls back into his main base over here. This is his main base right next to his opponent's main base. As this would be an interesting map to see. Both players spawning a screen length away from each other. As the villagers pulling off of this gold mine now, realizing they can't stay on that one anymore. And villager-wise, I don't even think a Ragnarok would be that good here. So he has to go, if he does go away, he has to go through Fimbulwinter here. Here, because he's got no villagers. He's got literally no villagers. As the army swing around the bottom side of the map there. It's the market here coming up. And will we see a food sell? Sell food! Sell! Yep, and it's Fimbulwinter. Yes, it is. Tier going to be coming through for Yoshii, but Hells has still got some time here. He's going to be grabbing another town center over here. He can actually just simply attack this town center. But the thing is that even with this Fimbulwinter, Yoshii doesn't have any resources, right? That's the temple going to get taken down. He doesn't have any resources to rebuild units here. He can sell food for a little bit and stay alive, but I think it's going to be very tough here. As the Valkyrie coming in over here, going to start taking down the villagers on this wood line. But Hells, he's got 2 town centers and he's pumping villagers fairly consistently. So losing the villagers not that big of a deal. Grabbing this town center over here as well. This one might come his way as well. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you could grab this town center as well at some point here, if he wants to. But I feel like Yoshii has to realize he's got no villagers gathering resources here. Maybe. What else could he do? Yes, he's got a Mythic Age God Power here, but how much damage is that really going to do? He doesn't have a temple either to get the Fenris Wolves out. As the villagers pop back into the town center, trying to stay alive here as best as he possibly can. One thing the Hells could have done here actually was get out some Gastrophedi to target this town center down from over here as well, just to really add insult to injury. As the villagers pulling off this town center over here. See that the Perseus is here, but the Valkyrie's over here still searching for stuff. Hell's just saying, well, he's got golds coming in on this location now. As Tier does come through, Fimbulwinter going to get clicked here. But how much damage is that really going to get done here? It hits all 3 locations, so this gold mine will get attacked. It's going to be absolutely huge. No, it's not going to get attacked. One Fimbulwinter Wolf decides it's worth it to come over here, but the Perseus can come in and one bang this Fimbulwinter Wolf. Oh, no, can just stay on. Oh. Kills the wolf. Now the Valkyries can come in. The wolf bait. So the town center getting get some damage done, but that's about it. As Yoshii gets a little bit of reprieve here while he's trying to build some more units out, but he's 1 town center to 3 town centers. His opponent's in the Mythic Age. The Perseus here of HellsRavage is going to be able to deal with these Valkyries fairly easily as the Toxotes come in to deal with those that Ursa there as well, cleaning everything up. Yoshii is sitting at how much population? 91 population is still like relatively good in the grand scheme of things, but he needs gold here. He needs gold now. Back over onto this gold mine wouldn't go astray here. So the units coming through with the Toxotes are already in. Looks like the Ulfsarks will be able to clean up these units first and foremost, though, as the village is going to be pulling back. Every single one of those Toxotes die. They pick off 1 Ulfsark for 5 Toxotes. Norse OP. Hell's now 110 of 145 population. 0 gold income. Jormundelva's coming in to clean up the fish, though. This is probably overcommitted on the Jormundelva's. Not going to lie here, Yoshii, but he's going to be able to clean up all of these fishing ships. Goes around to pick off every single one of those. So Hells has to get some food income. So while Hells has got 3 towns and he's got no economy here, but so too does Yoshii have no economy. Yoshii's got no economy on the land, and Hells is about to have no economy on the sea. What a silly game. What a silly game. So insane. So insane. Hell's making a bit of a mistake having his Perseus on auto queue here. Instead of getting villagers out of his town center. As these villagers getting cleaned up yet again. As Yoshii is just continuing to snipe villagers left, right, and center. He's not giving up in the slightest here in this game. As the throw and axeman pulling back here. So the house getting taken down. And how many villagers does Hells actually have here? Attack. As if you don't see that, you do see that. All the fishing ships finally getting cleaned up as Hells has to transition into a... well, one of the bonuses here is what Hells can do is he can actually buy food for a little bit. And then what we can see is as Hells needs to buy food, Yoshii can sell his food for gold. And we can still see everything going absolutely crazily here in this game. I wonder if Yoshii swings around and he throws up a dock here and starts building more fishing ships. But at the moment, all the resources here for Hells. What is even happening in this game? You see buildings getting cleaned up over here. Hells doesn't even care. 0% on every single one of these villages. Is he grabbing some of the hunt over here? No. 1 farm. Handful of fishing ships. Docks getting taken out. Yoshii 89 of 105 pop up. Walls! Now Hell's coming through. Will he be there in time as the walls trying to get thrown up as fast as they possibly can? This frost giant here does manage to come out, but he's going to get cleaned up fairly quickly. Yoshii still doesn't have his upgrade on this, does he? No. He does have some resources now, though. He can grab a town center. The comeback is real here for Yoshii. Secures his gold mine. Doesn't have any units here, though. He's got 2 longhouses. Hells is basically full military on the land at this moment. As the Jormundelva's coming through here, sitting on this shore over here. As the village is going to be pulling back on this location. That Chimera swinging over here, going to start taking down some villages. And now that Hells has got Chimera, there's not... Well, there is a counter to Chimera. It is Frost Giant. But if he's got Chimera and the Perseus out, I'm not sure what Yoshii can do now. If Yoshii could use his Jormundelva's on the shore, he would be fine here. If his town center was on the shore, funnily enough. Handful of Ulsar coming in to grab the home town center back. He's going to grab it. Makes it work. The villagers are getting chased down. Chimera. Oh dear. Oh dear, they're splitting up trying to survive. Wait, where's Hell's going with these Chimera? Town center maybe? They're just coming over here, throwing an archery range down on this location. Yoshii loses the town center on this location. He's got himself 68 of 100 population, getting his town center back. The Chimera searching around the map. We see the villagers getting chased down, picked off. 17 fishing ship remaining here for Yoshii.
Yeah.
As the villagers over here getting chased down. HellsRavage on the other hand. Where's those Chimera going? Searching all the gold mines. Town center coming up for Yoshii pretty quickly. Looks like he will be able to finish it. Oh, will he be able to finish it? Doxodi's coming in. 2,500 HP. They're starting to bash away. We see the Toxoid is shooting at it, and now the Chimera are going to be able to swing, and this town center will not get up. We do see the villagers starting to shank away. Ulfsark's coming in, starting to get sniped down. Nice play here for from Hells to finish this game off. Getting super close to finishing off. We see the Toxoid is taking this down. Hells is Chimera. Where are they? They're on the way now. They don't quite keep the town center down. But I imagine Hells has got the units. You still see raids coming in everywhere as Yoshii's multitasking is absolutely through the roof in this game. We see the Chimera coming in now, going to start targeting down the town center here as the Ulfsark getting pushed back, the garrisoning into the town center. These two Chimera plus the army coming through. We see the Ulfsarks popping out here, going to move around the map looking for some more raids. They aren't even, they're Odin Ulfsark, but they don't even have Lone Wanderer here. As the town center is going to get torn down immediately here. Fishing ships popping out, but the Jorman Elves are already back here for Yoshii, not allowing that to happen here for Hells, as Hells might just want to throw some farms down instead of fishing ships at this point. As Yoshii's finding some more villagers, picking those. He's unrelenting. These raids are absolutely unrelenting. The town center is 1,000 HP going down over here. Villagers getting picked off on this location. Hell's pulling back. As we see the dock getting taken down on this location. Town center just about to finish here. As the Ulfsarks in this town center getting taken down. 4 villagers going to pop out. 4 Ulfsarks going to get popped out here. The Chimera going to burn them down immediately as those 3 villagers immediately get picked off. And Yoshii is 0 town centers and a dream here. Hells has got a decent army here. He's getting some gas graffiti out. Can take down those buildings over here. Checks out the gold mine, but there's no gold villagers remaining. And in that moment, Yoshii decides to tap out. 29 minutes of chaos, ladies and gentlemen. 29 minutes of chaos, and Yoshii cannot hold on any longer. Hells with the absolute chess game of an Age Mythology strategy here. Goes for the rush, baits the rush, turns it into a Heroic Age timing attack. Hits the Heroic Age timing attack, follows that up with a Mythic Age. Boom! Completely devastates Yoshii, who's just not able to hold on. Yoshii tries to make a comeback here, but Hell's too good, too strong to hold on here, and gets the dub in the end. What an insane game. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider to follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.